Hi, this is Pris. I want to share with you a prophecy the Lord gave me at the head of the year 2016 called Conquering Kingdoms. It was given to me on the first day of the year, and as I usually do, he gives me some kind of word, and then I look up the scriptures that might apply, and the two that I start with are Revelation 6:1-2, which says, "Now I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard one of the four living creatures saying with a voice like thunder, 'Come and see.' And I looked, and behold, whoa, a white horse. He who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went out conquering and to conquer." And then Daniel 7:23-27 says, "Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be a fourth kingdom on earth, which shall be different from all other kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, trample it, and break it in pieces. The 10 horns are 10 kings who shall arise from this kingdom, and another shall arise after them. He shall be different from the first ones, and shall subdue 3 kings. He shall speak pompous words against the Most High. Hey, he shall persecute the saints of the Most High, and shall intend to change times and law. Then the saints shall be given into his hand for a time and times and a half a time. But the court shall be seated, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and destroy it forever. Then the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdoms under the whole heaven shall be given to the people, the saints of the Most High. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him." Then I listened for the still small voice, and this is what the Lord, I felt, said. "I have a determination in my heart to see justice and righteousness of my kingdom fill the earth. There is no kingdom that is like my kingdom. Though the enemy does try to imitate it, it is beyond his abilities. My kingdom has no end. My kingdom expands and devours all other kingdoms. Though many have tried and tried again in the past, and they are trying again, I have my own surprises for those who think they reign. I am loosing my kingdom, that there will be a great harvest out of the nations of my elect. People are in pain and under so much oppression and desperate for relief. I am their relief. The New World Order kingdom is but a substitute for what I have in mind. I have in my arsenal many warriors, natural and supernatural. They are on red alert now, as you call it. For I have intent in my heart to repay the nations for their bloody deeds. They raise their voices in arrogance, thinking they can remake man in their image. Audacious pride fills their hearts, but soon every lofty and prideful thing will be laid low. Step out of sync with the world, beloveds, for you will have to anyway. You will have to give up your toys in the days ahead that they have provided for you. Just like Tinker Toys, all their plans will fall down. Have you not read, have you not heard the truth in my word? Daniel 2:44 says, "And in the days of these kings, the God of heaven shall set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. It shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it will stand forever. I am God, and there is no other. For some of you, I have marching orders. You will be sent, and it will all be provided for. For others, you will bloom where you are at, where I have established you. The many seeds you have sown will now be brought to fruition. I will now set you before those in positions of authority who will be brought to bow before you and will be made to know that I am in love with you. And it is I who have called you to do my work in this hour. Do not be afraid of their faces. Speak as I tell you to go, here or there, to confront or to bless, to heal or to deliver, to pluck up or to drive out. There is much work to be done, but I have prepared you, and as I give you the orders, many more of you will be delivered as you obey in reaching out to whom I tell you to." So many surprises await you, my beloveds. Whoa, so lay aside all fear and all trepidations, all insecurities. For I will hold you up with my righteous right hand, and you will go forth as stall-fed calves into the harvest. For many it will be an atmosphere of disaster and sorrow, but there will be great victories. Ho, 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 ho. Hey, hey, hey. And salvations and miracles in all of it. Excuse me, just a second. Okay. Prepare your hearts. Let go of earthly things that you have clung to. Yet for some, I will now bless you where you have had to live day to day, month to month, barely getting by, but doing your best to help others around you. Now I'll surprise you with abundance so that you can be a vessel of giving to others. Guard your hearts, for it is not just to bless you, though many of you will be so blessed. It will be like living on a cloud compared to where you have been before, struggling to have enough to buy medicines or supplements to keep you going. Hallelujah. Now I will arise with healing in my wings, and you will see all that your heart has hoped to see. For in my bride there has been a desire to see people saved, healed, and delivered from all the oppressions of the enemy, though they themselves have suffered so much at the hands of the enemy. They have tried against all odds to be the best they can at helping others. They have been mocked and hated, but now there will be unprecedented favor in order to accomplish my will. The nations will tremble as I loose my kingdom upon your children as well. Whoa! For many have had to pay a price without realizing it for the work they will do for me. They have resisted, but I will break down all the resistance as my tenderness is poured out. Break forth in joy, daughter of Zion, for your king is coming to you, no longer sitting on a donkey, but astride a white horse, and you will be overjoyed as my presence moves through you to change you. Whoa! Only go at my leading. Do not go ahead of my orders. Your work now is to sit at my feet in my presence, to worship, that you may hear my orders for you daily. Communion with me is vital now. Come away with me and listen. Come away from the clamor and the drivenness, the isolation, and abandon yourself to me while there is time, for escalation continues. Be ready to ride with me, for I will cause you to declare a thing, and it will become. I will cause you to worship in public place, and it will alter the atmosphere, that people will be broken and saved. I will cause you to weep with the broken, and others will see your tears and will be dismayed that there are still those who care in this hour. For selfishness rules the world, but my kingdom is based on love, not lust. Those who just have no clue will suddenly come running towards you as you go about your Father's business. And those who will continue to hate you will also rise against you, but their efforts will not block my ability to uphold you and protect you until it's time to come home. Presumption fills the heart of many who think they can recreate their own kingdom rather than mine, but theirs will be brought low in a moment. Yokes of pride will be broken off my people as my glory is made manifest. Whoa! Pray for one another unceasingly. Help one another. These are like PowerPoints from the Lord. Lay down your agenda and pick up mine. Pause to think, what do you want, Lord? Share what you have with one another, and I will make it enough. I can multiply anything. When I tell you to move, move. When I tell you not to move, don't move. When I tell you to go right, go right. If left, go left. Listen for the still small voice. When I lead you to a mountain, and I tell you to say, mountain be removed, do it. Hey, when I tell you to duck, then duck. When I tell you to leave a place, then leave. Remember, obedience is better than sacrifice. Remember Moses and the people of God's experience in the wilderness and how I provided for them everything they needed. Remember the miracles I did for them. Count on miracles now in this hour also. Psalm 79, 6-7 says, pour out your wrath on the nations that do not know you, and on the kingdoms that do not call on your name, for they have devoured Jacob and laid waste his dwelling place. Psalm 46, 6-7 says, the nations raged. Ha, ha, ha. Hey, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice. The earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Psalm 102, 19-22. For he looked down from the height of his sanctuary. From heaven the Lord viewed the earth to hear the groaning of the prisoner, to release those appointed to death, to declare the name of the Lord in Zion and his praise in Jerusalem, when the peoples are gathered together and the kingdoms to serve the Lord. Hallelujah. Isaiah 13, 4-9 says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like that of many people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts musters the army for battle. They come from a far country. Whoa, hey, whoa, hey, 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 hey. From the end of heaven, the Lord and his weapons of indignation to destroy the whole land. Wail, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It will come as destruction from the Almighty. Hallelujah. Therefore all hands will be limp, every man's heart will melt, and they will be afraid. Pangs and sorrows will take hold of them. They will be in pain as a woman in childbirth. They will be amazed at one another. Their faces will be like flames. Woe! Behold, the day of the Lord comes, cruel with both wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he will destroy its sinners from it. Isaiah 13, 10-13. For the stars of heaven and their constellations will not give their light. The sun will be darkened in its going forth, and the moon will not cause its light to shine. I will punish the world for its evil and the wicked for their iniquity. I will halt the arrogance of the proud, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a mortal more rare than fine gold, a man more than the golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth will move out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts and in the day of his fierce anger. Hallelujah. Isaiah 13:19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' pride, will be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Isaiah 23:17-18 says, it shall be at the end of 70 years that the Lord will deal with Tyre. She will be returned to her hire and commit fornication with all the kingdoms of the world on the face of the earth. Her gain and her pay will be set apart for the Lord. It will not be treasured nor laid up, for her gain will be for those who dwell before the Lord, to eat sufficiently and for fine clothing. Isaiah 24:1-7. Impending judgment on the earth, it says in the New King James. Behold, the Lord makes the earth empty and makes it waste, distorts its surface and scatters abroad its inhabitants. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the creditor, so with the debtor. You get the picture. It's everybody. The land shall be entirely emptied and utterly plundered, for the Lord has spoken this word. The earth mourns and fades away, the world languishes and fades away, the haughty people of the earth languish. The earth is also defiled under its inhabitants, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore the curse has devoured the earth, and those who dwell in it are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men are left. Yowza. The new wine fails, the vine languishes, all the merry-hearted sigh. Isaiah 37 says, O Lord of hosts, God of Israel, the one who dwells between the cherubim, you are God, you alone, of all the kingdoms of the earth. You have made heaven and earth. Incline your ear, O Lord, and hear. Open your eyes, O Lord, and see, and hear all the words of Sennacherib, which he has sent to reproach the living God. Truly, Lord, the kings of Assyria have laid waste all the nations and their lands, and have cast their gods into the fire. For they were not gods, but the work of men's hands, wood and stone. Therefore they destroyed them. Now, therefore, O Lord our God, save us from his hand, that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that you are the Lord, you alone. Jeremiah 1:9-10. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and the Lord said to me, Behold, hey, I have this day set you above. Hey, over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down, to destroy and to throw out, to build and to plant. Also see Jeremiah 10:10, 15:3-4, Jeremiah 28:7-9. That's it. God bless you.